Zephyr! All right. So, before we get into the big news from Zephyr, I have a fun little theory. I think, and maybe somebody from Zephyr can confirm this, that Zephyr, the name Zephyr, is derived from the Greek god of the west wind, Zephyrus. He, of course, is one of the four Anemoi. Guys, you know the Anemoi, right?
No idea.
No?
Nope.
No? Oh, no. Anthony, cue the music!
No one told you that was gonna be this way.
Yes, of course, the Anemoi. Let's go to the storyboard. So the Anemoi are the four Greek wind gods. We start off with Boreas, the god of the north wind. He represents winter. He's violent. He's stormy. You can think of him as the John of the Anemoi. Next up, we have Notus. Notus is the god of the south wind. He represents late summer and autumn. He represents heat and hotness, and he brings the stormy rains. He kind of balances off Boreas a bit, and you can think of him as the Anthony of the Anemoi, because they both live in Florida. Next up, we have Zephyrus, our guy, god of the west wind. He represents spring. He's the bringer of life, and he's the most popular and charming of the Anemoi. Who does he remind you of? Next up, we have Eurus.
2,000 years later.
Now, this all culminates in the following news item. Zephyr has come out with dual zone refrigerator freezer drawers. Wow, what a story. Anthony?
So, quite the story. Thank you for that build-up, and thank you for that Family Guy level commitment to that bit. The refrigerator freezer drawers are crazy flexible. Like really, really impressive. That you can go from freezer to fridge to pantry individually in those drawers is pretty impressive. And I think the pantry mode might be the most underrated mode on this unit, because you can put things like bread in there that maybe it doesn't need refrigeration level, but it needs to be cooler than the ambient environment. So I think that's brilliant that they did that. So you get the crazy amount of flexibility. The racking's really smart. You can see the vertical racking, the horizontal shelves, how they move. Really, really smart on this. And this is that unit that those times that you are maybe you're preparing to entertain, or the holidays are coming, and you're like, boy, I could just use a little more freezer space, but only for a couple days a year, or a little more fridge space, or that pantry space, or maybe to thaw something out. You don't need it all the time, so it's not worth buying a chest freezer or something, or additional refrigeration in the garage. But now you can have this in your kitchen, this beautiful unit that's stainless or panel ready, and scratches all those itches. So I think this is a brilliant unit from Zephyr. John, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, you nailed it. I mean, listen, we've been listening to brands talk about flexibility forever, right? And Zephyr is clearly delivering on it. And it's not by typical ways of adding tech for tech's sake or modes that nobody's going to use. I mean, they're actually solving a real kitchen gap here, right? And that's really, how to store what's needed today without locking a buyer into that function forever as they go, as you were kind of alluding to. And listen, anybody with young kids can appreciate this, because I mean, I have two at home, and what they love on Monday, they hate on Wednesday, right? Inexplicable in terms of the way that they're like that. But anyways, there, that you have to kind of flow with that, right? And that's what this is going to allow you to do. And listen, we talk about the dual range of these, and you went into it a little bit, but let's call out the temperatures as they are. It's -7 degrees all the way up to 65 degrees, which means that each drawer can literally live wherever the customer needs it, And we talked about pantry, but it can also be a prep space or a bar or secondary storage along with fridge and freezer. I mean, this is the first time that a mid-market brand has offered this kind of a temperature spread with dual evaporators too. And when it comes to the compressor, just note that it's an inverter compressor, and that's always worth mentioning, right? We already know that they're quiet and they're more efficient, but it also allows them to keep an Energy Star rating without having to sacrifice things that you normally would, like that pull down speed with those temperatures. And this is the reason why it can live in an open kitchen without that normal kind of a low hum that you get as kind of background noise with some of these other units that are out there on the market. It's panel ready or stainless, as Tom mentioned in his right up there. And then it's 304 stainless interiors, which at a value price point piece is huge, because most of these guys are using aluminum liners to keep those costs down. So position this as a practical upgrade for people who live differently day to day and week to week. I mean, Zephyr didn't overreach here. I mean, really what they did is they built drawers that truly justify the term multi-use. I love what they did here. I think it's great.
Wow, John, you talked for a while there. Try to tighten it up next time. Also, Ben, when you cut this for socials, feel free to speed up that Greek stuff. Go ahead. And if you're watching this live right now, I'm sorry.